Hello, everybody, and welcome to Ivy League Analytical English. I'm Karen.
And I'm Wesley.
And today we have a translation exercise for you.
我们看到哈，我们虽然是一段，但是我们可以分开来看哈。再我们看看第一句哈，他说现在台湾有许多人哈，台湾有越来越多的人在旅游的时候选择住民宿而不是饭店。这里我们看到在旅游的时候选择住民宿而不是饭店。这个住啊，在中文当然讲出来是比较清楚，但是翻到英文的时候呢，你不一定要讲那个住这个动词哈。如果你直接用民宿的名词的话哈，但是这个我们等一下再看看我们的翻译里面有没有出现这样的状况。那首先我们看这个现在啊，这个现在当然你可以说 now 或者 nowadays， 但是事实上其实不太需要，因为你用现在式就已经表达出来这个是现在的事情了。你讲了一个 nowadays， 反而好像感觉起来有点这个好像有点过时那种感觉。
I don't like that expression. I've mentioned it on other programs. I just don't like the expression nowadays. It sounds so old-fashioned.
好，那在台湾，当然你说这是副词要放句尾，可是在这里我们可以强调一下，这个事情在台湾是这样，别的地方不一定，所以我们可以先开始讲说 in Taiwan comma。More and more people, more and more 越来越多的人，这地方这个人你当然可以说 people， 但事实上这个地方它指的不是 people， 是 tourists。是这个游客是观光客，所以呢我直接就讲说 more and more tourists， 然后呢旅游时我们可以放到后面去那我们先讲说选择住民宿，选择我可以说 opt for opt 所以呢 more and more tourists opt for， 那民宿事实上你可以简单的说就是 B&B 但事实上你如果要强调的话，你可以前面加个 homestay B&Bs。
Now we have a problem translating this because we don't really have this idea, at least not exactly in the same form as you do in Taiwan. A B&B is an established idea, and they're very close to a regular commercial hotel. I've stayed, for example, at a B&B in England, and it was almost like a regular hotel, and they're not necessarily very cheap. But it is usually a family that started their own business. They give you breakfast in the morning, and they have a homier kind of an atmosphere. That's a B&B. If you say, on the other hand, homestay, I think of 留学生 who are going to another country, and they stay with a host family, 个寄宿家庭, and that's not what this is either. So you can say a B&B homestay, we get confused. I personally would stick with just B&B. I left the homestay in your translation because the Chinese is a bit different from the English.
好，所以刚刚 Karen 老师解释这个 B&B 的概念在英文里面，它确实指就是有可以住宿，还有供早餐那通常是个 family 开始的，但它其实有一点像是小型的旅馆的，跟我们台湾这种民宿的观念其实还是有点差距。那 homestay 常常是游学的时候你去这个住在人家家里面，游学这段时间住在人家家里面，所以事实上不太能够精准的把这个民宿的概念翻到英文。通常其实 B&B 就可以了但是你前面加个 homestay B&B 也是可以。
That's okay. The last time I ran into this was when I was traveling in Europe last summer. We were traveling in Austria, and we were looking for a place to stay. And we were in a residential neighborhood, and you just have to look for a house that says Zimmer, Z-I-M-M-E-R. That's German, which means room. So they just call it 房间. Wherever you go in Austria, if you want to B&B or if you want what you call 民宿, just look for Zimmer. That's all they call it. It's just a room.
所以很好玩，这个英文里面不见得有这样的东西，可是德文里面有这样的，有一个奥地利有这样的一个字OK， 好，所以呢我们看到这个所以 opt for homestay B&Bs， 然后呢而不是 instead of 饭店 hotels， 然后呢旅游我在后面加 when they travel 所以这整个句子我再念一遍。 In Taiwan, more and more tourists opt for homestay B&Bs instead of hotels when they travel.
Okay, my translation. These days, more and more people in Taiwan are choosing to stay at a bed and breakfast when they travel instead of a hotel. Now, there's some differences. First of all, get rid of nowadays. I just don't like it, like I said. Instead, you can use these days. 那很常用这几天就是近几天，也不是天，it means 最近。So these days is a good expression to know. Another one is I used bed and breakfast. I spelled it out the first time. Although most people are assumed to know what a B&B is, maybe not everybody does know. So whenever I see these abbreviations or initialisms, 就是取每个字的第一个英文字母. By the way, it's letter, 不是 alphabet. This word has 3 letters, 不是 3 alphabets. 很多人会犯这个错. Whenever I see a lot of these initialisms, I think, I don't know what that is. You think everybody knows, but I don't know it. So I try to spell it out the first time. So I wrote it out the first time. When they travel, so I didn't say tourists. I put it in this expression, when they travel, instead of a hotel. The whole thing again. These days, more and more people in Taiwan are choosing to stay at a bed and breakfast when they travel instead of a hotel.
好，那 these days 有一点像我们中文里面讲的这年头，但是其实各位听到这年头会不会觉得好像有点古老？其实跟英文里面听到 nowadays 的感觉很像。所以意思是那样，但是其实各位要了解的 these days 在英文现在很常用，
在这个时候，
然后 are choosing to， 各位注意到这里我们可以用现在进行时，表示这事情正在发生，这段時間正在发生。然后 be a bed and breakfast， 刚 Karen 老师有解释，因为这是第一次出现，所以他把它拼出来。因为你如果直接讲 B&B， 好，说不定有人不太确定的 B&B 是什么，所以第一次出现的这种缩写，你把它拼出来，这样是很好的。
And here's the translation in the magazine. More and more people in Taiwan are now choosing to stay at bed and breakfasts instead of hotels when they travel. This is really close to my translation. The order is a bit different. Once more and more people in Taiwan are now choosing to stay at bed and breakfasts instead of hotels when they travel.
好，所以呢，这个差不多哈。当然，这里他用 now 这个字，那这里其实还有一个很细微的东西，各位可以注意。我们的杂志上面用的是stay at bed and breakfasts， 它是用复数的，普通名词的复数不加 s。那 Karen 老师用的是 a bed and breakfast， 在这里都可以。
Okay, on to the second sentence.
好，我们看到下一句。好，他说，首先呢，民宿比起大部分的大饭店便宜许多。首先你可以说 first of all， 当然还有别的说法。然后呢，所以我可以说 first of all，homestay B&Bs are much cheaper than， 就是便宜很多。比什么便宜很多呢？大多数的饭店 much cheaper than most major hotels。大饭店我可以不一定要做 large， 可以做 major， 就是那种比较主要的那几个你听到品牌的这种饭店，那民宿当然是比较便宜一点。所以这句很简单，我再从头念一遍。First of all, homestay B&Bs are much cheaper than most major hotels.Okay, mine is similar.
First of all, most B&Bs are quite a bit less expensive than most major hotels. One more time. First of all, most B&Bs are quite a bit less expensive than most major hotels.
好，那大家注意到，我们可以说 quite a bit less expensive。quite a bit 可以放在 less expensive 前面来修饰它，那这基本上也是个比较级的句子。
And the translation in our magazine, for one thing,B&Bs are much cheaper than most large hotels.
好，那我们这里杂志上面就是用 large 也没有问题。
Okay, time for the next sentence.
我们看下一句哈。它另一个好处是，民宿通常比较友善，而且愿意提供游客更多关于当地景点的资讯。那另外一个好处，我可以说 another advantage is that。所以 another advantage is that。这个另外一个好处是什么呢？这个民宿，这里我在想说，民宿是指那个。其实应该是指那个民宿的主人他们是比较这个友善，所以我就讲说 homestay hosts 就是民宿的主人are usually friendlier 比较友善 friendlier， 然后呢更乐意and more willing to 更乐意怎么样呢？提供我可以用 provide 什么东西 provide 人 with 物，所以这里呢我可以说 provide tourists with information 就是提供这个资讯给这些游客。那这资讯是什么样的资讯呢？是关于当地景点的资讯，所以我可以说是provide tourists with information about local attractions。这景点当然你可以说 scenic spots， 那 scenic spot 比较是限制这个风景很美的地方。那这里的景点其实我讲我们去玩不一定是要看风景，可能还有什么好玩其他好玩的，所以用 local attractions 比较好一点。我整句我念一次。Another advantage is that homestay hosts are usually friendlier.and more willing to provide tourists with information about local attractions.
You are more specific by saying hosts. I just said B&Bs as though they could talk. Another advantage of B&Bs is that they're generally friendlier and more willing to provide travelers with lots of information on local attractions. It feels really wordy compared to yours. Yours was much more to the point. But here it is again. Another advantage of B&Bs is that they're generally friendlier.and more willing to provide travelers or visitors with lots of information on local attractions. I said lots of because you can usually get some information from hotels, but usually it's advertising.
Yeah. 所以这用 lots of 强调一下，因为你在旅馆里面也是可以有这种资讯，不过比较是广告，而且通常比较少，但是民宿就会给你很多资讯。那另外各位可以注意到，这 Karen 老师是讲 lots of information on local attractions， 那我是讲 information about local attractions， 用这个 about 用 on 都可以， on 比较感觉是比较专门，比较 specific 一点。
And I said that the B&Bs are friendlier. When I say B&Bs, I am of course talking about the management.And so they are the ones who are willing to provide travelers, etc. That takes us now to the translation in our magazine. Another benefit is that B&Bs are usually friendly and willing to offer travelers more information about local attractions. It seems to apply that hotels aren't friendly. And there is a big range. Some of them are not very friendly. Some of them are excellent.
Yeah, 好，所以这个地方呢，这个杂志上面他没有讲 more friendly 哈，所以感觉起来似乎在 imply 说这个 hotel 通常就不够 friendly 哈，但其实有些 hotel 也是蛮 friendly 的。那另外一个各位可以看到，这个杂志上面用的这个字呢，我用的是 advantage， 他这里用的是 benefit。好，那 benefit 通常是比较是利益方面的东西哈，但这里也可以是好处的意思。所以他说另外一个好处是，这种 B&B 呢通常是比较友善，而且呢，它这也是用 offer。好 ，offer 跟 provide 的差别是 provide 是感觉起来比较明确、比较主动。好，我提供给你啊，那 offer 的话感觉起来是我可以给你，要不要你自己决定啊，有这种感觉。好，所以我是比较喜欢 provide 的，不过用 offer 也是没有问题的。然后呢，它这个我们看到它这里也是，它用的是 information， 也是用 about。好 ，information about 那同样的，它也是用 local attractions， 所以这里用 local attractions 反是不错的一个方法，因为它的涵盖的范围会比较广一点。
Let's listen again. Another benefit is that B&Bs are usually friendly and willing to offer travelers more information about local attractions. Well, however busy you are, you should find time to get out and look around. Taiwan has many beautiful places to see and lots of great 民宿. Make sure you tune in next time, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.